More Than the Lakes, Visiting Kendal's Cultural Corners, a travel review by Helen Johnston for On Yorkshire magazine. If someone mentions taking a holiday in Cumbria, you might immediately imagine hiking up a hill or sailing across a lake, perhaps in the rain. So, you might be surprised to learn that this county, famous for the Lake District, has lots to offer those who wish to pursue gentler, more cultural pursuits. Those who enjoy the beautiful scenery but don't necessarily want to be out battling the elements in it. Art, history, music and cosy cafes can all be found if you know where to look, and Kendal in the southeast of the county is a good place to start your cultural journey. Nicknamed the Old Grey Town because of the colour of its limestone buildings, it might seem a bit dour at first, especially when the sky is grey too. But don't be put off because it contains some hidden gems to add colour to your visit, such as the Quaker Tapestry. Housed appropriately enough in the Quaker Tapestry Museum, this is an incredible work of embroidered art which details key historic moments in Quakerism. It took 15 years and more than 4,000 people across the world to complete the 77 panels of intricate stitching which document and celebrate the achievements of the movement begun by George Fox in 1652. That was the year he preached his nonconformist Christian message to a large crowd at Furbank Fell, between Kendal and Sedberg. His association with this area is why the tapestry is housed here, in a building which includes a Quaker meeting house. A panel about the wool trade includes 2 cloth halls in Leeds and the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. There's a more eclectic mix of Cumbrian history to be found at Kendal Museum, where the entrance leads into a large exhibition room containing a captivating array of memorabilia, everything from a bust of guidebook author Alfred Wainwright to pipes, military medals, and a penny farthing. If the idea of Victorian taxidermy leaves you cold, avoid the basement room. It's a sad reminder of how birds and animals, some now near to extinction, were hunted as trophies to be put in glass cases and hung on walls in big houses. There are even stuffed chicks with their parent birds, not even allowed to reach maturity. There are animals from every continent: monkeys, tigers, kangaroos, chimpanzees, birds of all size and colour, a hippo and a zebra, forever frozen in time. On a similar theme, the museum is currently hosting the Cry of the Curlew exhibition, highlighting the plight of this ground-nesting bird, which is on red alert for extinction. It can be disheartening to learn about the depletion of bird life as the climate crisis worsens, but it is also encouraging to know that people are doing something about it. A haunting soundtrack of the curlew's cry, poems and photos all celebrate this fragile bird. There are also wire sculptures of curlews which can be bought at a starting price of £325. There's a sculpture by Wakefield's Barbara Hepworth at Abbot Hall Art Gallery, along with a range of portrait and landscape paintings. I was lucky enough to catch the last day of the Gilbert Spencer exhibition, which included cartoon-like paintings, watercolours and portraits he created at Ambleside during the Second World War. This was when Royal College of Art staff and students were evacuated to the Lake District. Another exhibition, which is running until August 3rd, is Claude Cahun, Beneath This Mask. Kendal also has a cultural hub at the Brewery Arts Centre, where tribute band Fleetwood Mac were raising the roof of the malt room on my visit. The menu has something for everyone, with vegetarian, vegan and gluten-free options, as well as meat and fish choices. The Swiss mushroom burger and rocket and parmesan salad were very tasty. The centre was really busy on this particular Saturday night, which was good to see, but it could do with a larger car park to cope with demand, although there are 2 other car parks within a 5-minute walk. Kendal Town Centre has its fair share of empty units and charity shops, like so many others up and down the country, but it was still quite busy with people on a drizzly Saturday afternoon. There is a farm shop selling 100% Cumbrian produce, supporting local farmers and producers and making sustainable choices. It's also a way of encouraging people to shop seasonally, something which is having to be relearnt after years of supermarkets supplying produce all year round by flying it in from other countries. The National Trust is another organisation which likes to do its bit for local creatives at its sites, while also caring for our heritage. This is the case at Sizer Castle, just outside Kendal, which it acquired in 1950 from the Strickland family, who have lived there since 1239 and continue to do so. The gardens are beautifully laid out and include the aptly named Mirror Lake, which provides clear reflections of the trees clustered around it. There are also lily pads, which made a handy walkway across the water for a mother bird and her chicks. Bees were hard at work in the large herbaceous border next door to the kitchen garden, which provides produce for the site's cafe and a local charity. The trend for rewilding has also been encouraged, with some areas left to grow as nature intended, in sharp contrast to an avenue of carefully manicured conifers. The wooded knoll is a peaceful place for a stroll and is another haven for wildlife. The house has been added to by various Stricklands over the centuries and is Grade 1 listed. Sizer is only a short drive from the award-winning Crooklands Hotel, run by brothers Rob and Chris Vincent, and a convenient base for exploring Kendal and its environs. The modern dining room features a large central skylight, which allowed us to enjoy the rare sight of some blue sky. There was a wide-ranging choice on the breakfast menu too, perfect to set guests up for a day's exploration. The Crooklands is also a short distance from Kirkby Lonsdale, which is one of the most picturesque small towns I've ever visited. It's a photographer's dream with its jumble of old stone houses, bridges and shops, cobbled paving, and street names like Saltpie Lane and Jingling Lane. It lies on the border with the Yorkshire Dales and was a runner-up in the Great British High Street Awards 2016. Yes, Kendal is about much more than just mint cake. The Let's Go Culture project is funded by the UK government through the UK Shared Prosperity Fund and is supported by Westmoreland and Furness Council. For more information about Cumbria's culture campaign, go to visit lakedistrict.com/letsgoculture.